Howdy, hi friends! I'm Sarah. I own a small handmade business called Sarah and Sybil, and I sew and I crochet for littles. I just finished up my spring market season, and do you know what that means? That I get to rest. Just kidding. It's not what it means at all. It means that now it is almost June and I am thinking about Christmas. So I'm getting ready to pop into Joann's to restock some yarn and get some new colors for new lovey animals that I'm going to be working on for the fall winter season. For the spring shows that I did, I tried to focus on garden animals, so caterpillars, snails, bees, ducks. What else did I do? I did a toad. Yeah, so just like stuff like that. So this next season, I want to do deer, bears, foxes. I still want to do the other animals also. I also got a crochet pattern for a hedgehog that I am really excited to try. I don't know if anybody else has this issue. I assume you do because I'm looking online. It's not even just like local to me, but if you are a crocheter or if you use yarn in some capacity, I need dark brown and tan blanket yarn and don't know where to get it because Bernat just simply doesn't have it. I ordered some stuff on Amazon that comes in like a pack of 3. I think it's called taupe, and in the picture of what I ordered, it looks dark brown. In other pictures that I saw online, it looks less dark. So we'll see what it looks like when it comes in. And I also ordered Bernat blanket sand. I've never ordered from Premier before, but I've heard a lot of people use Premier chunky yarn. So maybe I'll check into what they have to offer. But if you have suggestions, please let me know. So we're heading in to shop yarn. Then tonight, I probably won't update you tonight, but I will update you tomorrow. I just made like an inventory wish list for the fall winter markets. I'm trying to get an idea of all I want to take, like all the different patterns that I want to take, all the different items, and also how many of each item. I just did the numbers for my spring markets. I'm kind of basing off of that. So we'll see. I'll explain all of that to you tomorrow and I will show you what I got. Bye. So I was getting ready to head home and I was like, oh no, like I have to go to Hobby Lobby. One of the gals that I met at the spring market, the very first one I went to, she sent me this video and a girl had gone to Hobby Lobby. She found, I don't know what it's supposed to be for, kind of like a blanket ladder, I guess, but it's arched on top, and it was on sale for $15, like on clearance for $15. And she said she was at this Hobby Lobby earlier today and they had one. So let's go see if they still have it. They had one left. I switched gears with my brand right before market season for spring. And then I spent the entire spring market season being very, very stressed, trying to create new items that I had never made before and have enough to take to shows. So I want it to be different for the fall and winter. Side note, when I was at Hobby Lobby last night, they had their fall stuff out and they were putting up like Christmas garlands. So even though it's not even June, I feel less crazy about planning for the holiday season because Hobby Lobby's doing it, so. Okay, so for spring, I tried to focus on the garden animals, and for fall winter, I want to try to incorporate more woodland animals, and I want to do some other sewn things that I haven't taken before. So, okay, for plushies, I want to keep the groovy flower because I just really like making them, and I can do sunflowers and deeper colors that will go along with the color palette I want to use for fall and winter. Tessa toad, duck lovey, caterpillars, snails, maybe bees. I haven't decided yet. Chickens for sure. They were a bestseller for me. Also, I made some hatching chicks, which I think I forgot to share them in the spring wrap up, but I made some hatching chicks that I didn't have a pattern for. I was just like trying to figure it out. And since I have the chickens already, I think what I want to do is hatching owls. I found a little pattern for hatching owls. So I think I'm going to do that. I wanted to incorporate owls in some way, and I think that would be really cute. A deer lovey, a bear plushie, both from Mama Made Minis, a hedgehog crochet pattern, a bunny lovey, a fox lovey, and then there is a pattern maker coming out with a horse, cow, and pig lovey pattern. These are not woodland animals, obviously, unless you live in like my house, because my horse goes in the woods a lot. Anyway, I just want to make them. I know they're not like technically on theme, but the size is really nice. I have had people specifically ask for cows, and I really like horses, so I would like to do those even though they're not woodland animals technically. For little bitty bags, I'm going to keep the Regan bitty bag. I'm going to keep the flowers and fringe bag. And a Crafty Concept, she has a free pattern for a tiny bag that has little cat ears and you embroider a cat face on it. It's really cute. So I want to try that just to take a few. I'm going to keep the same hair accessories, small bows, large bows, scrunchies. And I'm also going to try faux fur scrunchies that I've seen some people do that look easy to whip up and cute. For miscellaneous things, I want to do, well, maybe, I'm still thinking about it, potentially beanies. I have a beanie pattern that I love that's really fast to make. I've tried several beanie patterns. This one is my favorite. I did them in adult sizes and took them into a store on consignment last year, and I was happy with how they turned out, so I'm considering doing baby and toddler sizes to take with me. Rattles, tooth fairy pillows, and I would really like to have a small Christmas tree that I can take that has mini stockings and beanies, and I'll get a tiny tag, ornament tag that says, 2024 or my first Christmas or something on it. So I'd really like to do that also. The only other thing I have on the list, is blankets. I did a couple of these, but I think I forgot to share them in the thing. So it's a fleece blanket, and then it has a satin binding. This one has a thread on it. I took a couple of these. They didn't sell, but they weren't displayed super well, and they didn't go to all of the markets. I think they actually only went to one. But I made those for the kids when they were little, and they loved them. Everett carried his around for years. It was like his Linus blanket. So I'd like to take more of those so that they can have like a full display. Whole cloth quilts. I really like to piece quilts, but they take time and I would have to charge more for them. So I want to do whole cloth quilts. And what I mean by that is just one piece of fabric on the front, one piece of fabric on the back, the batting, and then to tie with yarn instead of doing the quilt stitching, just to tie with yarn. It's fluffy, it's cuddly. I could make those pretty simply. And then also in the fleece section at Hobby Lobby, they have, it's like a faux fur, but it's not like scratchy Halloween costume faux fur. It looks like deer, or like, I don't know, it's like really pretty and soft. So I'm thinking if I do that on the back and then a muslin or flannel on the top, I'm gonna play around with that idea. I would really like to do it, but I need to find the right materials. So, okay, I have 12 weeks until my August market, and what I'm gonna do with this list is I'm going to write down how many ideally I would like to have for the season, not just the first market, but for the fall winter season. And what I'm going to do is try and split it up into weeks. So I'm going to create a to-do list per week. And that might not be like 3 whole groovy flowers or 3 whole duck loveys. It might be all the groovy flower arms and legs and all the duck feet. So I can like batch work and then put things together, because it's so much faster. If you have not tried batch working, I highly recommend it. It goes so much faster. It's so much more efficient. So I'm thinking about doing that. The other thing I look at when I'm scheduling things out like this is what's going on in the rest of my life. So I obviously have to be up here with my sewing machine to sew blankets, hair bows, quilts, tooth fairy pillows, those kinds of things. So I need to utilize the time that I'm home and have access to my sewing machine, because the crochet stuff is more portable. I can work on it downstairs, I can work on it in the car, I can work on it while I'm waiting for the kids to get out of summer camp, etc. So last season, what I did was I didn't feel like making hair bows, and so I waited until the last possible second. And then I was like up here when I wanted to be downstairs, when I probably had days where I was here by myself, I could have sewn, and then I wouldn't have been like stressed for time at the end of the season to get them done. So that's my plan. That's what I'm going to work on now. I'm going to schedule things out, and then I'm going to do some work with my hands. I also have like 5 Kindle cover orders that need to go out in a couple of days. So I need to finish those up. So I'll probably do that first, and then I will start working on inventory, and I'm really excited. So yeah, I'll check back in with you later this week and let you know what I decided and what I'm working on. Bye. Hey guys, so one of my goals for this year was to crochet outside more. So I just got off work and I came down by the river just to crochet a little bit. The weather's actually nice today, it's not too hot, so I'm gonna see how much I can get done before I need snacks. So I'll check back in with you a little bit later.
I'd show you all around. If there's anything left in this town.
Hey guys, it's the afternoon. The kids' TV's are on in the background, so sorry if you can hear that. But okay, so duck feet are on my list of market prep. So I don't think my planner is out here, but I will get a little picture of my planner. So what I did is I have the weekly spread, and up at the top I wrote down duck feet, and then I made a little circle for each set of duck feet, and then I'll color in the bubble when I get it done. So I've done that for groovy flower arms and legs, petals, duck feet, and chicken bodies. That's what I'm working on this week. I have gotten a good amount of that stuff done. I just timed myself making those feet, and it took me about 3 minutes to make one foot. So I'm going to set a timer, and I'm going to see how many I can get done in 1 hour. My goal is 12 sets because I've got this one skein out. I have the pattern fresh in my memory, and I just want to do all the duck feet. I'm using Bernat blankets, burnt mustard. That's the name of it. I don't know if it'll focus on it. I have also used Chenille Home Slim mustard. I prefer Bernat. I have a very controversial crochet opinion. I hate the magic circle. I hate it. I don't like using it. But for these feet, you just single crochet 4 before you get going, and to chain something for this center is just like a little bit too big. It doesn't work out. So I do a magic circle for this specifically. And the Chenille Home Slim yarn, I find it really hard to do a magic circle with that yarn. Bernat blanket is still a little iffy. The yarn still breaks, but it is easier to work with than the other. So I'm going to set a timer. I'm going to see how many I can make in an hour, and then I will check back in. Do you like my nails? I clearly need to take care of myself, but this is how I am 75% of the time. So all right, I'll check back in. Bye. Hey pals, welcome back to the office. I made 7.5 pairs of feet, duck feet. So they all look like, so there's, that's what I did in an hour. I cut the timer off. I think there was 11 seconds. Obviously I wasn't going to finish another foot in 11 seconds. So yeah, 7.5 is what I did in the hour. That was fun, just to see what would happen. I did take a couple of breaks during the hour. I paused the timer to give my hands a rest, and then I went ahead and finished so that I had 12 full sets of feet. I will probably check back in with you guys on Saturday evening or Sunday evening to wrap up, and I will show you everything I made for the week, because I've also done quite a bit for Groovy Flowers. The only thing that won't be, I'll show you this now, because these need to go out in the mail, and they still need the ends woven in, and they need buttons. So I did 5 Kendall covers. So this is the rose color. This is ecru, however you pronounce that. Okay, off-white. With a white center, oat, and oat. So those all need buttons. They need the ends finished up, and they will go out in the mail. And then this bag is full of stuff, so we can talk about that later. I don't know if I'll do much more. I have to work all weekend. So all right, well, I will see you guys in the next clip, and we'll finish up and get started on a new week. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, happy Sunday. Welcome back. I will give you guys 10 seconds to guess which store I'm at, okay? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Put it in the comments. Which store am I at? Oh, you can't even see it. I'm at Joann. That was really anticlimactic. I'm at Joann. I made all those duck feet and now I'm working on the bodies, and I don't have enough for the duck bills. So I got that. I got black for next week. On my market prep list is fox arms and legs and tails and ears, and I need black for that. So I got black, and I got more white because I just always need it. I get the vintage white and burnout blanket. I have also gotten vanilla and the baby blanket version. To be honest, it just depends on like which aisle I'm in. I don't really have like hard opinions about which one I like better. It depends on the aisle. Also, I will put a picture up, but okay, I typically prefer, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby, but big twist, like their acrylic yarn is actually pretty nice. I don't know if you could tell. It's like a little fuzzier looking, but this is for a blanket, so I don't think that I'm gonna mind that so much. And it was 2 for $5. So I got a bunch of colors to work on a blanket for someone. Okay, I have not made a crocheted blanket for like a really long time, so I'm not sure how long it's gonna take me. So I need to do a practice square so I can get like a price to her, and then if she decides like she doesn't want it or whatever, I'm just gonna make it, keep it for me, or I'm gonna turn it into a granny square sweater of some kind because I want to make one so bad. And I've been looking at patterns. Pretty and Pate is working on a scrappy cardi, and I can't wait for that pattern to come out. I would like for that to be my like fall uniform. But also I found on Etsy, it's a granny square like hoodie. It's like a pullover and it has a hood on it, and it's really cute. So if she decides she doesn't want this blanket, then I will just like repurpose the yarn for something else because I love the colors. They're so pretty. Or I'll try and sell it. That is also an option too. I can take it to the markets. So that's where I'm at now. I'm headed to work, and then this evening I'll check back in with you and show you everything I've made this week. Honestly, this batch working thing, I'm like kind of surprised how much I got done because I've had to work a decent amount and I've been home with the kids, and it's really worked out for me. I'm impressed with how much I got done. So I'll give you an update tonight, and then we'll close out the vlog and head into the next week. Okay, bye. Hi, welcome back. I realize this lighting is not ideal, but we're just working with what we've got. I'm home from work. It's been off and on storming this afternoon and evening, so it's kind of dark outside. I have one overhead lamp, so we're doing our best with what we've got. So I just wanted to quickly go over everything I've made this week and everything I have as a work in progress, which most of this is a work in progress. I don't think I finished anything from A to Z. Everything is kind of in between, which is what I intended to do. So let me put everything out on the table, and then I'll show you everything I did. There's a couple things that are downstairs, so I have pictures of those, and we'll tally it up and see how much I got accomplished. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chicken bodies, and this one looks huge because I sized up to an 8mm crochet hook because the yarn is just easier to work with at that size, but it's so much bigger than the others. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sets of groovy flower petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sets of groovy flower arms and legs. And I have the 12 sets of duck feet. This was not on my market prep list, but I'm working on a baby blanket, It is in the color Mustard from Big Twist. This is a pattern that I'm trying out. It's going to be a dachshund, but obviously needs extras. And then this is on my list for next week, 3 mallard heads. So that was everything I created this week except for the Kindle covers that I showed you earlier in the video. Those went out in the mail, so I don't have them physically with me anymore. But I'm happy with that progress. So next week I will start putting things together. I'm going to work on some of the duck bodies, and I'm going to start on foxes. I'm going to do 2 traditional orange. I'm going to do 1 light pink and 1 white. And there was something else where I was like, yeah, that. I can't remember what it is. One thing I'm going to try to do every week until the markets start is 4 to 6 chicken bodies. Instead of doing like a whole bunch for like a whole week, I'm just going to try and do a few every week. And then I'll have a big chicken party at some point where I stuff them all and embroider the details and add the comb. So I'm happy with how much I did. Thanks for hanging out with me this week. I'm really excited to share more as I go along. I think next week's video will be a breakdown of how I'm planning everything, from the Pinterest board to the list of inventory to the weekly breakdown. And then that way we can kind of follow through with everything together through the next few weeks. So hopefully this sounds interesting to you. If you would rather see something else, definitely let me know, because I'm open to suggestions. So yeah, I can't wait to share more with you. Again, thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe if you feel like that's something you want to do. I appreciate you watching, and it's been fun to chat with you guys a little bit in the comments. That makes me really happy. So, all right, I'll see you guys in the next one, and that's it. Thanks for making it this far.